What's going on, everyone? I am back in Disney Springs today, and today I'm actually going to check out the Avengers Infinity Wars. It's been out for like forever. I've been really trying to avoid any spoilers, even though I think I have seen some stuff, but I definitely want to check it out. Taylor's not here. She's actually at work, so I'm going to get to watch this movie all by myself, and it's still pretty early. It's 10 o'clock. The show doesn't start till noon, so I'm actually going to head over to the new store that just opened up here in Disney Springs. Those have a lot of unique merchandise. So let's go check it out. So a couple of things about this new store. It's actually really cool. They have a lot of what I would call, or what I think is a lot of unique merchandise. Some stuff I haven't seen in there before. They have this really cool purple hat. It's like I live in Neverland or something like that. I'm actually thinking about buying it. It's really, I don't know, it's purple, but I like it. I like the style of it. And good thing Taylor hasn't been here yet, because she would probably want to buy everything that is inside of this store. They have a lot of fantastic merchandise, and I love how they've done the decor. You have like the tangled lights up above. You have the wall with the Cinderella's castle, which actually changes. It's almost like a time lapse. It's really neat. They also have the up balloons up above some of the up merchandise. They have merchandise from some classic attractions, things like the Tiki Room. They have Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Now, it's not, you know, it's just some little things that really bring back what those rides were, but it's really cool. They have a lot of great stuff in there. They have some great shirts. I can definitely see Taylor and I probably purchasing some stuff from inside the store, and if not today, I'll probably leave with a hat, and I may get a shirt for Taylor. We'll see. So I'm not sure if we mentioned this yet already, but we're actually going to do another bar crawl on Tuesday with Paging Mr. Morrow. So you guys can look out for that. Probably won't be up Tuesday night, it'll probably be up Wednesday. But if you guys don't know, Disney Springs actually has official, unofficial kind of bar crawl here. And you can actually go to the town center, and that's where I'm gonna head first to see if they still have the map for it. It's actually a bourbon crawl, but most of the places actually have mixed drinks and beer, so you can do basically whatever you want. A lot of people ask us about the best quick service or restaurants here in Disney Springs. If you're looking for something quick, Blaze Pizza is where it is at. You can also head over to the Polite Pig, which is barbecue, and it's also really good. So while we're talking about the Bourbon Trail and kind of doing that little bar hopping type deal here in Disney Springs, if you come to Frontera Cocina, they actually have specials throughout the week for drinks. So Mondays, you have classic margaritas, tequila shot Tuesdays, mezcal shots on Wednesdays, and then $6 Modelo drafts on Thursdays, which is pretty cool. I mean, that really, you know, it's kind of nice to have something going on during the week for everybody to participate in. All right, so this is the town center. If you need some information about Disney Springs, this is the best place to come to. These are Disney employees or cast members. They will have maps and things for you, and they'll be able to answer most of your questions. So let's go see if they still have that map. I'm not going to do it today, but just for interest and to give people some information on what they might like to do if they're at Disney Springs on a Saturday night or something. All right, so something that I want to mention real quick, if you're coming to Disney Springs to watch a movie, is that the best place to park if you're bringing your own vehicle is at the orange parking garage. It's going to bring you out right at the AMC Theater. But however, if you're doing a dine-in, all right, you're going to want to park on the right side of the parking garage. That's going to bring you to the dine-in side. If you're just doing a regular movie, you're not doing a dine-in, that means you're not going to be able to order food inside of the theater and have it brought to you and eat it while you're watching the movie. You're going to want to park on the left side of the building of the parking garage, because that's going to bring you down to the basically the seats only, where you can get like a tub of popcorn and like a fountain soda to drink. So dine-in, where you can actually order food like nachos, hamburgers, on the right side of the parking garage. Just regular popcorn and drinks, left side of the parking garage. I'm not doing the dine-in, so I'm going to head on over to the other side, which is where I'm also going to get my tickets. Keep that in mind. It might save you some time if you're in a rush to get here before the movie starts. All right, so let's talk about the Discover Bourbon Trail here at Disney Springs. It actually has a lot of locations. It's almost every single location that you can dine at here in Disney Springs. It's almost everything, you know, Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar, the Boathouse, even little stuff like the Ganachery or the Saki dining location, that is just outside of Maria and Enzo's, kind of across from Planet Hollywood. But there's a ton of locations. There are 21 to be exact, so I would not recommend you trying to do this all in one day. If you get the book, basically it's telling you to start at House of Blues. And the nice thing is about the book too is that it'll give you, it's not just straight bourbon, so it's usually going to be some type of a mixed drink with the bourbon, and then it's also going to give you something to pair with that, so like a food item. So for example, let's start with right here at the House of Blues. You're going to have a Fine and Mellow, which is featuring Knob Creek Kentucky Straight Bourbon, whiskey, St. Elder Natural Elderflower Liqueur, lemon juice, strawberry, and rhubarb bitters. That sounds absolutely amazing. And you can also pair that with a smoked brisket or smoked pulled pork sandwich or a homemade bread pudding. And this is basically how all the locations are. It's going to give you a mixed drink with bourbon and then a food item to pair along with that. So definitely can be very, very expensive. I would assume that most of these drinks are probably going to be anywhere from like 10 to 15 bucks. And then the food offerings are going to be around the Disney Springs range, so you're talking like $10 or $15 in and of themselves. Another thing to note is that they have a date tested in the book, so basically whenever you get something, they're going to write in there the date that it was tested, that you tried it out to see how it was. So it's a little bit early to actually be drinking, especially for me. It's only 11 o'clock, but I'm sure some of the places are open and they are serving drinks. Another thing to note is that this actually started at the beginning of the month and it only runs until the 17th of June. And while this official thing is going to end, it doesn't mean that you can't still do it on your own after it ends on the 17th. But, you know, it's something fun to probably do with some friends. So if you've tried it before, comment down below, let us know. Like I said, we're going to go do on Tuesday with Paging Mr. Morrow. Maybe we'll end up trying to do this sometime next month. We'll see. All right, time to go watch the movie. I got to put the camera away along with all the stuff.